Hello, Francesca Duffy, Spanish tutor for DDLETB Education and Training Board. Hola a todos, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? I hope you're all keeping well. And today I am just going to continue with this page, and I want to show you in the same page that you have two questions there that shows you how to ask or how somebody will ask you your name. If you remember, we were talking about formal and informal ways of asking the same question. So this is going to happen as well when they are asking you your name. So in the page, you have the two ways they may ask you your name, depending on the situation. If you're meeting people in a formal situation, you're a client, you're a customer, or if you're meeting somebody in a social situation. An informal way. So if you're meeting somebody in an informal way, the way they're going to ask you your name is ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? How you call yourself, literally. But if on the other hand, the person that is asking your question, you are a customer, you're maybe in a hotel, or in any other situation where it's formal situation, they will ask you your name this way. ¿Cómo se llama usted? ¿Cómo se llama usted? So there you have it, the two ways they may ask you your name, depending on the situation. ¿Cómo te llamas? Or ¿Cómo se llama usted? Now the answer to that question, to those two questions, is always going to be the same. This is the way you're going to tell them your name. Yo me llamo, and your name. As you can see, I have put the yo in brackets because you don't have to use the pronoun. You can just go straight ahead and say me llamo. For example, I will say me llamo Francesca. I call myself Francesca. It will be your English, my name is. Me llamo Francesca. Right, so what I have done in the other side of the board now is I have written two, just to summarize the whole lesson, just two questions. What's your name and where are you from? But what I have done is I have written those two questions, the informal way and the formal way, so you can see the difference. I'm going to turn around the page, the board I mean. Right, so the informal way. ¿Cómo te llamas? What's your name? And ¿de dónde eres? I'm just going to repeat the informal way. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿De dónde eres? Those same two questions, if they ask you formally, they will ask you this way. ¿Cómo se llama usted? ¿De dónde es usted? And here you have them. ¿Cómo se llama usted? ¿De dónde es usted? So they may ask you this way or this way. But the answers are the same. Doesn't matter which way they ask you. The answers are going to be me llamo, and then you put your name. And where are you from? The answer will be soy de Dublín, or soy irlandés, soy irlandesa, you're a female. So I will introduce myself. Me llamo Francesca, soy española, soy de San Sebastián. So you can introduce yourselves using the same beginning with the verb ser and with the verb llamar, which is to call. Soy Francesca, soy española. Also, we are going to do a bit of reading using these constructions, and I'm just going to show you the page that, if you have it with you, and if not, I will just put it close to the screen. Do you remember this page? So I'm going to read the top of the page, the exercise at the top of the page. In that exercise, 4 people are introducing themselves. So I am just going to read it aloud, and maybe you can repeat after me, and I'll tell you the translation. Now, the first person, just trying to make sure you see this. The first person says, pues, do you all see the pues? Pues, me llamo Vicente Zamora y soy de Sevilla, España. So this gentleman is called, he's telling us his name is Vicente Zamora, and he is telling us where he is from. He's from Seville. And in case you're wondering, the little word at the beginning, pues, it means, well, just giving himself time to think before he starts talking. Okay, the second is another gentleman. I'm going to read it. Yo soy de Bogotá, Colombia. Me llamo Diego Valdano. The V is like a B. And he's telling us he's from Bogotá, he's Colombian, and his name. I am just going to go to the next, which is, again, a male as well, and he's introducing himself. Soy argentino, de Mendoza, y me llamo Eduardo Borges. The G-E is strong, aspire. So again, he's South American, he's Argentinian, from Mendoza, exactly the city, and he's telling us his name is Eduardo. Me llamo Eduardo. My name is Eduardo. And the last one, this is a female. Soy del norte de España, de Vigo precisamente, y me llamo Luisa Núñez. So she is Spanish, she's from the north, del norte, from the north, and she's telling us her name is Luisa. Now, Luisa uses the word there, precisamente, to be precise, exactly. So I'm just going to read a little bit faster this time, starting from the beginning. Pues me llamo Vicente Zamora y soy de Sevilla, España. Yo soy de Bogotá, Colombia. Me llamo Diego Valdano. Soy argentino, de Mendoza, y me llamo Eduardo Borges. And the last one, soy del norte de España, de Vigo precisamente, y me llamo Luisa Núñez. Right, another thing we are going to finish today doing is, if you have a look at that, those 4 people, it's actually 5, but one of them is just the interviewer. But what we are going to do is, how do you think that each one of them will introduce themselves? As you can see in the north there, you have a gentleman, you see the name Pablo, and Vitoria is where he's from. So how do you think he would introduce himself? How do you think he'll tell us his name and where he's from? Well, this is the way he will say. Me llamo Pablo y soy de Vitoria. Now, what about the lady on the Barcelona? Do you see her there? How do you think she'll introduce herself? She will say, me llamo Montserrat y soy de Barcelona. Now, if you go to the center in Madrid, you have a gentleman there, Carlos. He will introduce himself. Me llamo Carlos y soy de Madrid. And then at the bottom you have Beatriz. Sevilla is there in the south. So what way will she introduce herself? Me llamo Beatriz y soy de Sevilla. So I'll start again with the first one. Me llamo Pablo y soy de Vitoria. Me llamo Monse y soy de Barcelona. Me llamo Carlos y soy de Madrid. Me llamo Beatriz y soy de Sevilla. Me llamo Francesca y soy de San Sebastián. Soy española. Well, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you all the next time. Hasta luego.